Hello, I'm John. I live in East Texas and I'm 79 years old. 5 years ago, I wasn't swimming in debt, I was drowning in it. I owed tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and I was buried alive. My wife and I were both ill. We were both retired, and neither one was able to carry on any more work to increase income. We were getting desperate. The stress that we were feeling because of that debt was interfering with our digestion, our sleep, our calmness was gone because every time we get the mail there would be some kind of a notification that would stress one or the other or both of us out. Now, I knew even then that you can't really borrow your way out of debt, but you can maybe lower your monthly nut, and we were to the point where we had to just decide every month who wasn't going to get paid. So I started looking in Google for what they call debt consolidation loans, where you borrow enough money to pay off your debts and then you pay a lower amount monthly, but it seems like you pay it forever if you go on. I know that's not a great idea long term, but we needed an immediate help. Now, while I was looking for debt consolidation companies, I found an ad from Pacific Debt Relief that said, eliminate your debt without taking out a loan. Now, I was always taught if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. So I went online some more and looked up about this company, Pacific Debt, and I read the comments that were made by people who had used it, and they were all positive. So I thought, I'll give it a try. And I made the phone call, and I talked to a woman named Julie, who was a debt consultant, and I felt a calmness almost immediately coming through the phone. Not because she was a scam artist, but because she was knowledgeable, professional, and friendly, kind. And she told me what their program entailed and how it would go. She asked for me to give right away a ballpark figure of how much debt we were in, and when I told her, she did some quick figuring and said she'd recommend probably a 4.5 year program. I think that worked out to be 54 months of their management of those bills. So we decided to go ahead and do that. We collected the information they asked for. They were very open and above board on what they were going to do, what we needed to do, and we decided to go ahead and try it. We found that we did lower our monthly payment, but we had to stop digging the hole. We didn't, no more credit card purchases. They told us to stop doing that. And I'll tell you right now, without going through their whole program, do what they tell you. Follow their advice and it'll work for you. 54 months later, I was debt free, and that was last spring. It's currently December of 2024 as I record this. My wife passed away during the middle of the program, but even without her Social Security coming in, the program that Pacific Debt structured for me was something I could continue to do, even with a third of the household income removed by the death of my wife and the loss of her Social Security check to our household. The relief was immediate, and it continues on. I learned how to live without charging for stuff that I couldn't afford and not building up the load of debt that I had to carry. And that was mostly because of the way I was dealt with by the professionals at Pacific Debt Relief. So I heartily recommend, give all the thumbs up that are possible for Pacific Debt Relief because I found them effective, professional, knowledgeable, and friendly.